Fire Department had more than 14,000 calls for service last year and responded to 288 fires. Those are among their findings in the annual report presented during tonight's City Commission meeting.
KVLY News Team Zachary Wyand explains what challenges they're overcoming and how the department is handling the mental health of firefighters.
Another year has passed, and Fargo Fire Chief Stephen Dirksen says his fire department is holding steady. This comes on the heels of the Fargo Fire Department releasing their annual report for 2023.
We've been seeing a number of increases over the last few years in our call volume, and that's pretty much remained steady now for 2 years in a row, so we're happy about that.
The report outlined the many ways the department plans to continue its efforts to elevate public safety. Dirksen says one of these ways is by opening up a new fire station off 64th Avenue in South Fargo. The new station aims to reduce response times in the area from around 8 minutes down to only a few. Dirksen says construction on the new facility is coming along nicely.
We will start in 2 weeks with hiring some folks to start to fill that fire station. Then we'll have another recruit class this year starting in July to be able to open that station later on this year.
The report also mentioned the over 14,500 calls the department responded to in 2023. With such a large volume of calls, the department has started to take a more aggressive approach to staff mental health. The department currently requires all firefighters to do an annual checkup, but many have chosen to go more often, especially in light of the July 14th shooting.
I know a lot of our folks went and sought out additional visits there just to, dealing with the different things that we're dealing with. And it's, not just those type of calls, but just the magnitude of things and how people are being dealt with.
Dirksen concludes the report by saying he is grateful for the continued work and commitment of all within the department. Reporting in Fargo, Zachary Wyand, KVLY News Live.
Chief Dirksen also spoke about community programs the department feels were successful this year, and that includes teaching more than 5,000 school children about fire safety.